Alright, Shalom. Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect. You brothers out there prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're in the headed to, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is Kwadash Paya. And this is not too long ago where Biden was speaking in front of the White House and the press, and he was explaining America, to be defined in one word, and it was a big ass word, as you can see, which is nothing but confusion. But what I found spiritual about that was that he said foot 3 times, right? And three's understanding, but to those that got eyes to see would understand that in the scriptures, America, which we know as to be Babylon the Great, is the foot as far as the vision of Daniel, and the foot is the last part, and is the weakest, right? So when Daniel saw the vision and he explained it to Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon at the time, he went down from the head to the foot, from the gold, all the way from gold to, to the silver, to the bronze, to the iron, the clay, right? 10 toes, partly weak, partly strong, and we know Yahweh Shai spoke about house being divided against itself, which is America and these other allies, which, America's allies is going towards their enemies, like Turkey, right, India, as far as trades, and the whole world, these other nations, these other countries overseas are teaming up and seeing Babylon the Great for who she is. I say she because it's referred to as the horse that sitteth upon the beast. Which the horse, that sitteth upon the beast, which is what, NATO. And you see Babel definition, confusion of sounds or voices, a scene of noise or confusion, and hey, we're in this place, which is nothing but confusion that's going on. You could be whatever you want, celebrate whatever you want, You got 10 different churches on one block, so hey man, this is the shadow of death. But this is real quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, right? So, this place, this corporate society we're living in, is being exposed, right? Because why else would people flee from this place? Not want to do business with America no more, other nations, that, people that's in America that came from overseas are going back. Seeing how the economy's collapsing, and, even the BRICS nations coming up with their own currencies because of all the, they tired of getting sanctioned, and, America's, Esau, the Edomites, the elites, the banking families of America always made deals and broke them with these other countries. So, yeah, man, they're being exposed. The Lord is allowing a lot of things that's been done in the dark for so long being brought to light. With their secret councils, with, they've been exposed pursuing what? Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Salakia. So real quick, this book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were part iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly weak. And we know what it say in Acts 5, chapter 5, verse, I believe, 38. If this counsel or this work be of men, it shall surely come to naught, roughly paraphrasing. Because the counsel of the Lord is going to stand forever. And in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established on earth, these wicked kingdoms got to be destroyed. And we're seeing that happening now as friction, tends to carry on, which is prophecy that is leading to World War III. You know what I mean? And this is why, throughout these different proxy wars happening in Ukraine and friction and with these European countries, the friction with NATO and Russia and China with Taiwan and, Iran and Israel, um, these are chess pieces being moved by the Lord, pursuing Zephaniah chapter 3 verse, I believe it's 3 verses 8, where the Lord is gathering the nations in the Middle East, and yeah, man, this is, and then real quick, we'll go back to that precept, go back to the scriptures, but here it is. You even have over here in America different statues. You got Greek statues, Roman statues, so they carry on with that same spirit. They're carrying that same doctrine. They're carrying that same, you know what I mean? Proving, you know, like the scripture say, try the spirit by the spirit. Someone who, you know what I mean? Who they are through the spirit. And, hey, man, this is it, America's on its last leg, man. They thought Rome was going to continue. Greece, the same way the Lord destroyed, ancient Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, Rome, Greece, ancient Babylon, right? The Lord's going to destroy, have this place be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, which is referred to as the lake of fire, the second death. And you got this statue, I believe, in Las Vegas. Sin City, go figure, right? But it just shows you, man, you can't make this up. Salakia just downloaded some of these images, good images, right? But it says, so they're not gonna cleave to one another. And what? To back this up, let's get real quick in the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, which is what? These different European countries, which are just a bunch of Edomites, down with NATO, the EU. These shall hate the whore, which is referred to as Babylon the Great. The whore is America that sitteth on the beast, which is what? Referring to these other nations. Come on, man. Right? These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So that whole New World Order or whatever, is not going to be established. You know what I mean? And these other nations things are going to happen to where these other nations going to look at America like, yo, that's it, man. You messing up, our bread. You messing up our money. You messing up our trades. These other countries, hey, man, they just going to end up. And the Lord's putting the spirit in these kings to do that. Pursuing the Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. And what? What did one of the Russian politicians just say not too long ago? Let's get that real quick. Right here, where it says what? It's an article, right, that I pulled up. It said, a top Russian, and this was recently. Here it is. We're in July 6, 2022. Right? The New York Times. A top Russian official threatens the U.S. with the wrath of God over war crime investigations. And the Lord's putting the spirit in these kings of the earth to say these things, man. The wrath of God. But we know, pursuing Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, where it speaks about these different countries that's going to have friction towards one another. Right? The Russians, you know, and their allies against America and her allies. You know? And this is what we're leading to. Alright, Lord willing, I'll put the article in the description box below. And then you had, what? Mexican president vows to tear down the Statue of Liberty. You know? So, and then you have what? Russia, China, speaking about doing war drills down in, I believe South America. You know, because I believe Venezuela is allies with Russia. So, you know, they setting up different military personnels in each other's borderlines. Now that's an act of war, man. Right? So, they're going to burn her with fire, as the scripture says. So that's war. You know, the Lord said, you know, the Lord's not going to destroy the earth by water again, which is why he made the rainbow, the covenant. But this time it's going to be by fire, pursuing what? I believe it's 2 Peter 3, around about the 13, 14 verse, 15 verse. So, hey man, we're living out the visions of our forefathers, man. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, right? Which is what? Referring to as now. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, and this is what we're waiting for. You know? It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, which is what? When the kingdom of heaven is established on earth. You know? And Yahweh Shah, when he comes back with the holy angels, man, you know, he's going to destroy this place. Right? He's going to bring judgment upon this place and other parts of the world. You know? And also he's going to deliver his elect. Right? And it says, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, which is who Yahweh Shai, which is referred to as that cornerstone, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. So the destruction, not only about the destruction that already happened, but the destruction that was going to happen after, which is in a lot of times referring to as now. Right? Known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. And now what? We're living out the manifestation of Daniel's dream. And everything's coming out, man. You know? Everything's coming out. So yeah, man, with that, just wanted to bring this out real quick. You know, and then you can read what? Revelation 18:1 or 18:2. You know, how the whore had, you know, had fornication with these other countries. You know what I mean? Isaiah 47, how her nakedness shall be uncovered. So everyone's seeing the secret parts, you know, and seeing the lies and, you know, the agendas of this place. You know, and the banking families. You know, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderberg, so on and so forth. So with that, I hope this was edifying. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom.